How are you, Marquis?
Been a while. I've been doing good, been doing well. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's been so long.
It has been a while, hasn't it?
Well, I think our audience would first off like to know, get a little bit more context behind Marquis the artist. I know we got some time to kind of get to know you, but walk us through how you navigated the music space for the first time. Kind of growing up, you mentioned the last time growing up a fan of K-pop and things like that. I know that that industry tends to attract a lot of people who are fans of performance and live performance. So how did you kind of dream of yourself as an artist growing up, and who were your inspirations if you had any?
For me, this journey has felt so long yet
Hmm.
short because I remember the last time we got to talk to each other, I was actually working on a different project, which is really interesting to see how time has passed. It's only been like 8 months or like 9 months, I'd say, that I've been on this journey, which is so fast. And
Yeah.
it's crazy how fast everything is moving. And I think um when things first started coming together, I really had to, be brave enough to put myself in positions where like I was kind of scared to be in
Yeah.
before. And that's like being in a room full of producers and co-writers and higher ups, executives, and literally have sit down talks with people and, learn how to be more of a leader when it comes to my own work. Because now that I'm doing this on my own, it's like all of this is reflected towards me. And I think how I navigated through that was like just like putting myself in those spaces and like having it naturally just come, I guess. And I remember, yeah, we did talk about a lot about like K-pop the last time we talked. I
Yeah,
fell
because we
in love.
mentioned you meeting some super like big K-pop people last time and your experience with that. And I think about because you did do like very intense K-pop-ish training and about how that kind of affected you as an artist and your development. So it's cool to see the result of that. That plus a lot of other personal hard work and time exploring yourself as an artist as well.
Oh, really? Actually, fun fact, my first ever concert was a Blackpink concert
Me too.
here. Really? Here
Yes.
in Thailand. I think it was like 2019. After that, I just kept auditioning for K-pop like all the time because I think that moment really inspired it or like it like triggered something in me, I
Yeah.
guess. Because like I guess the first concert in life or like your first concert in life really like inspires you. So I would say I draw a lot of inspiration from K-pop, not just like the performance aspect of things, but like the work ethic and, how things are prepared and how hard everyone works in that industry.
Seeing that on stage, going to that Blackpink concert, seeing them put that work in as an audience member and then attempting to and successfully putting that work in yourself has to be like a daunting change. You go from like being a fan to someone who will now have fans, like a huge fan base. And so, how did you keep going when you realized that, oh, this is actually like, it takes a lot out of you? I know that everyone, regardless of like where you are on the success tier or where you are in your journey, it kind of takes a tumble on you once you go through things. But you pushed through and you made a very, very successful debut. Before starting this process of Don't Need You Anymore, that kind of gap in the middle, how did you keep yourself going to start making that single?
Hmm. I think for me, it was a really fun yet stressful process. It's like a process that I've never been in before,
Yeah.
especially solo and group is so different. And that's what I learned throughout this journey. And I think within that gap, the motivation that kept me going was that I was learning so many new things. And it was a process that I've never experienced before. And like that kind of like motivated me in a way because like it like brought me joy to learn new things and like try out the things that I haven't done
Hmm.
before. And like the people around me were so supportive. And I think that's also really important, like surrounding people with, you know, no, what?
Surrounding
Surrounding
yourself.
yourself who believe in you and they want the best for you. And that
Hmm.
also motivates you. So I think during that period in time preparing for the debut single, I was very lucky to be in a situation where the people surrounding me were very supportive and wanted what's best for me. And I think that played part with how successful Don't Need You Anymore was. And I feel like people could see the work that not just me, but my whole team put in to the first chapter.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of starting new things and building a team and things like that, how I feel like every artist has a different relationship to their craft and their work in terms of the developmental process. A lot of people go in being super confident about writing and will write a bunch of lyrics and come in with all these ideas and then let producers and engineers kind of wrap it up. And then some people will have a larger team to work with in terms of lyrics and then go in and cut their own vocals. Which sector of that creative process did you find yourself the most knowledgeable in beforehand or the most involved in? And then how did making Don't Need You Anymore teach you about the parts that you were probably less confident in?
For me, I was a total newbie. I
Hmm.
was like a baby being born. Like it was everything was totally new for me. I had no knowledge of the technical aspect of things. And with the songs that people have seen, Don't Need You Anymore, and the following releases, they're all made within the same team.
Yeah.
And I owe a lot of credit to my producer and my co-writers and people who worked with me on this project and the following projects because they give me such guidance in a way. Before starting everything at all, there was a lot of sessions of just talking and just spilling out everything and um me writing down many ideas and even from the label themselves they would give me homework to write about things I'd see in my daily life and how I interpret things and um yeah, it was a really interesting process, trying to tap into the creative aspect of things. I remember when Don't Need You Anymore came, um, it came very naturally. And the term itself is very vague, like don't need you anymore. It was able to portray my past experience. And it was also written in a way where it's also left for interpretation, which is really cool and have many people relate to it. Um, Yeah, I would say I'm also very involved in like visually creative
Yeah.
aspects. So I talk a lot with my art director, my creative director, and we had meetings on like how we wanted this song to be visually portrayed after the process of having the song. And that was a different process. And then we went into the music video and then the styling, and then it's just like a
Hmm.
continuous project, which is really cool. And I've always been an art kid
Yeah.
ever since I was little, so I really enjoy things like this and like um speaking out my mind when it comes to artsy visions.
Yes. You were talking about lyrics a little bit earlier and how you kind of spelled out things that were happening in your daily life, and you talked about how it can be interpreted like in various ways. There is a line in the first verse and Don't Need You Anymore, but it's um that's actually my favorite part. It's like folding your clothes and throwing them away. I think the most obvious interpretation is that that development of confidence in an emerging artist is a really difficult thing. And I kind of interpreted that line as someone accepting this like artificial costume or something that they are expected to be for the sake of the game and for the industry, and then gaining that confidence to take it off and just like be yourself. Um, Were you ever at a point in your journey where you felt like a lack of creative outlets or ability to get inspired? And then how, in those spaces that kind of restricted individuality, did you get to showcase that part of yourself, if that makes sense?
Totally. First of all, that was an amazing analogy. Everything you said was
Mhm.
absolute, when we were writing Don't Need You Anymore, it stemmed from like past experiences. And for me, when we were first talking about what I wanted to write about, a lot of it did come from past experiences. For me, I kind of don't have a lot of experience in life, except for the years that I've spent training, which is my teenage years. And what's really interesting is that as I kept writing ideas, everyone was like, oh, they're kind of all about the same thing, kind of. Like, there's not a lot of things about love. There's not a lot of things about childhood.
Yeah.
It's a lot about the years that I spent training. And I would say that's true in the case where I feel like the more time you spend in your craft and the more experiences you gain, the more things come like naturally like creative. And during this first era, it was just a lot of it was a lot of finding inspo from outer sources that didn't come from my life. It's also a really interesting way for things to stem from.
Mhm.
So I was given that idea from like I think my A&R, and she was like, if you feel like you don't have experiences to write from, like try grabbing things to write from outer sources that maybe like you watch, you see, or like you um scroll past on Instagram. Like maybe you scroll past something really interesting and it's like, wait a second.
Yeah. I mean, because at the end of the day, people who have experienced those things that you read about are going to resonate with it. So it does have its own impact in its own kind of way.
There are moments where I get like a creative brain fart.
Yeah.
Like, is that what it's called?
Yeah,
Like,
I think so.
I like get like a creative brain fart, and I'm just like, wait, I had this idea, but I kind of don't know where to go with it, or
Hmm.
like I can't think of anything at all right now. Like my brain is, it's
Blank. Yeah. Hmm. The visuals of this era, stunning. And also so you. Like I saw that and I was like, oh, this is so marquee. I love it. Um, in one of the teasers, you're like posing as this half like dark angel. And I once this song came out, I was like, oh, there's a lyric about karma biting you back, or like not you back, but the people that doubted you back. And the repercussions of that. Do you think that like a part of you has developed this success is a great form of revenge mindset that's come from having experiences in this industry now that I mean, you've had experiences broadcasted on such a global scale and such a big scale that people um, can interpret it that way.
hmm. Ooh, that's a really hard question. I feel like every artist starting off like feels the need to prove themselves.
Hmm.
That feeling comes very naturally when starting off. But I'm also just trying to open up a lane for myself and start a new chapter as I'm I'm trying my best not to get outer thoughts into my mind too much.
I
I've
love.
noticed that I sometimes tend to like people please and
Mhm.
really care about what people are saying about what I'm doing. But I'm also just trying to have fun with this because I've waited a really long time for this. I'm also trying to have fun and do everything that I've always wanted to do as an aspiring artist. And so um it Yeah, it just hit me just now. But it really feels like a dream to be in this moment right now. And I feel like um it's just like a keep growing
Yeah.
process.
Hmm.
And things will change. And I feel like the styles will change, people grow up. So I think Don't Need You Anymore was like a first like opening chapter of things.
Yeah.
And then as
And
we
then we'll
go
see.
on,
Yeah.
people, I think things will start
Yeah.
getting what to.
If we did hypothetically want to talk about ironic, it's kind of like a statement track, isn't it? It kind of clarifies how you've reached that destination of being like a fully fledged solo artist now after much time spent in group settings and trying to figure out who you are and what exactly it is that you want. What did you kind of do in that period of time in between that solidified your path and like the direction that you wanted to go in? How did you find like a sound or a vision that felt comfortable for you as an artist?
Ooh, I think it it was just a lot of brainstorming. It
Hmm.
was a lot of like finding the things I dislike, or I like kind of hate, or
Yeah.
and it I think it was a process of like getting to know myself better as well,
Yeah.
knowing exactly the things I like and the things I want to achieve. And with that, I think the story and the style came very naturally. And um, I'm not sure if by the time this is out, people will get to hear the next song, but um, I think it's sharper, it's
Hmm.
more crisp, and I consider it like a reintroduction for
Hmm.
the solo artist
Yeah.
level. And I think it's just really cool. It's really nerve-wracking as well, considering, like it's the first comeback for me. So I really do hope that people love it and they love what they're hearing, they're seeing, because just like Don't Need You Anymore, it was a very team process. From the song to the outfits to the visuals to everything. Like it really stemmed from me. And super, super fun fact, super secret fact. All of the songs that um have been released or are gonna get released actually was written within the same time frame. So
Really?
they were all written in um like I kind of want to say like a week.
Wow. Okay, that's impressive.
during our song camp writing, which I'll also go back and say that it was also very new to me, and I was very shy. But I think it was a really fun process to be in, and like um to just like experience being in a room with so many talented people really fueled me for
Hmm.
this process. And I really hope that people enjoy it and see the difference between the first and the second song.
Yeah. I do want to talk about choreography a little bit because I
Oh,
I noticed that you mentioned you got to choreograph a little bit of Don't Need You Anymore.
mm,
I mean, I know we'll see a little bit more of that part of it in the future with coming releases and things like that. First of all, the dance challenges to Don't Need You Anymore have been so cute. I've been loving seeing them all over my TikTok page. Was that fun for you? Like you're
it
you're
was
like, "Oh my God,
so
that's my
fun.
song."
No, I get that every time. And
Uh-huh.
sometimes, like, I hear Don't Need You Anymore as I'm scrolling past TikTok and they're dancing to the part where I choreographed it. And I was like,
Crazy.
wow,
I made
that
it.
is so crazy.
Yeah.
And I think it was a really fun process for me as well because I was able to pour so much of like my creativity into
Hmm.
the choreography as well. And I was like, okay, So this song, it's just gonna be me. There's no dancers at all. Why don't we like involve a chair so that like I'm not so lonely?
Yeah.
So I remember having that idea and then I kind of stemmed everything from it. And then I spent a lot of time in the studio by myself, just brainstorming and like freestyling to the song and see what sticks. With that, I then went to my choreographer, Casey Girl, to really just helped develop it more. It's crazy to see how it just stemmed from me having fun in the studio by myself and seeing the end version. There's a dance practice on YouTube, how it looks now. It's crazy to see the jump. It makes me feel very like uh proud of myself as
Yeah,
well.
you should be.
Yeah, because yeah.
You should be. It's your song, girl. You did that. But
Mm.
what can you tell us about how the choreography kind of differentiates with the rest of the music from this era? And also, how is your relationship, if it has, how has your relationship with dance and performance changed throughout the years? I mean, you did a lot of like intense work on that and on those aspects specifically. So I'm curious to see if that has become something that can be lighthearted and fun to you. Has it fluctuated a little bit over the years?
I mean, it's always been lighthearted and fun getting to dance my little heart out or
Yeah.
like rehearse anything in general. I always have so much fun. And I would say the main difference or like the skills that I take from my past training is, not just like the technique, but, you know, feelings when dancing. And it's not so much about synchronization now that I'm alone, but it's about how you express a feeling um from your body. And it's really interesting when I talk about Don't Need You Anymore, how it came from, because it literally stems from me freestyling in the studio to my own song and just like literally what I felt. I feel like it's just very interesting and seeing what it is now. Um, it just feels so complete to me. And so I would say dance has always been the same, and I think is a factor I always want to include in my future releases, not just because I enjoy it, but also because I feel like it's fun for the viewers to see, and I think I don't know, it's just a joy.
It is. It's a joy to see you do it. Um, well, ironic presents intense movements and sharper movements and things like that. So I'm really excited to see how people do those dance challenges online. We are unfortunately running out of time, but that went by
Did I
so
yap?
fast.
Did I yap too much?
No, it was me. We're both yappers, and that's why this works. That's
Yeah.
why this works.
I was like, I mean, for ironic, I feel like people are gonna really enjoy dancing to this track, especially beat spoilers that have been kind of out a little bit that we've been teasing. I see people are like, wait, this beat, like that makes me happy, and I can't wait to see everyone dancing to the song just like they did with Don't Need You Anymore. And you know,
I'm so glad we were able to sit down and do this today. So
but
thank you so much. It's been incredible throughout this process and so
thank
sweet
you
and
so much.
cooperative.